Good morning and welcome back, viewers. This is Savera and you're watching Morning Bulletin with the Savera. India summoned Pakistan's top diplomat in Delhi, Saad Ahmed Warech, and handed over the former persona non grata note for its military diplomats in the wake of the Pahalgam terrorist attack. Following the terrorist attack, Michelle Rubin, a former Pentagon official and senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, has called for the US to officially label Pakistan as a state sponsor of terrorism. Indian cricket head coach Gautam Gambhir and former member of parliament from the BJP has reportedly received a death threat from ISIS Kashmir. The threat prompted Gambhir to approach the Delhi police seeking immediate action. The official X account of the Pakistan government withheld in India amid heightened tensions between the two countries. The entire city of Hoshiarpur came to a standstill yesterday as a mark of solidarity and protest against the attack. In a rare show of unity, Hindu organizations along with people from all communities came together to call for a complete bandh. A brave army jawan lost his life in the line of duty during encounter in Udhampur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi observed a moment of silence to pay tribute to those who were killed in the terrorist attack in Bihar's Madhubani. Locals in Amritsar have lauded the decision of the Indian government to shut the Atari Integrated Check Post (ICP) among other diplomatic measures in response to the Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir. A recent report by the Human Rights Council of Balochistan reveals a sharp surge in human rights violations across Balochistan in March 2025. The findings highlight a concerning escalation in enforced disappearances and killings amid crackdowns on activists and peaceful demonstrators. Following the Jammu and Kashmir deadly attack, the US Department of State reminded its citizens of a do not travel advisory for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, excluding the eastern Ladakh region. The first high-level task force meeting on the Northeast Economic Corridor held under the chairmanship of Mizoram Chief Minister Lalduhoma, who also serves as the convener of the task force. The members of Anti-Terror Action Forum and leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party protested near the Pakistan High Commission in Delhi to condemn the terror attack. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid the foundation stones for multiple development projects worth over 13,480 crore in Bihar's Madhubani. A high-level meeting was conducted at the Ministry of Home Affairs amid ongoing developments concerning the terror attack. The Indian government's announcement of the immediate closure of the Atari Integrated Check Post and an ultimatum of a 48-hour deadline for Pakistani nationals under the SVES visa to leave the country has left many with disrupted personal plans, including weddings and family reunions. United States Vice President J.D. Vance, accompanied by Second Lady Usha Vance and their children, wrapped up a 4-day official visit to India that combined cultural appreciation with high-level diplomatic engagements. 2 days after the heartbreaking terror attack, locals recalled the horror they witnessed. Without caring about their own lives, they brought many of victims to hospital. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio refutes a recent report in the U.S. media which alleged discussions about lifting sanctions on Russia in connection with the Ukraine deal and terms it unequivocally false. Pakistan to conduct surface-to-surface missile test off Karachi coast in wake of Pahalgam terror attack. AIIMS Raipur successfully performs its first swap kidney transplant, also known as kidney paired transplant. PM Narendra Modi highlights that ensuring adequate funds for panchayats has been a priority for the government and says that the entire country is connected with Mithila and Bihar. France has expressed strong support for India following the attack. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar shared that he had received a call from French Foreign Minister, during which the French leadership conveyed its solidarity with the people of India. From Derabasi to Dehradun and Prayagraj to Banur, Kashmiri students now find themselves caught in the crosshairs of fear, communal tension and brutal assaults. The atmosphere turned even more volatile after Lalit Sharma, a man associated with the Hindu Raksha Dal, released a hate-filled video threatening all Kashmiri Muslims to leave Uttarakhand. The Federation of Western India Cine Employees has announced a blanket boycott of all Pakistani artists and a complete ban on the release of Abir Gulal in India. The decision comes in the wake of the Pahalgam terror attack, sparking outrage over Pakistani actor Fawad Khan's involvement. Amid rising backlash over her film Abir Gulal with Pakistani actor Fawad Khan, Riddhi Dogra has defended her participation. She stated, "I worked on this when my government allowed it." Dogra also added, "If we can open arms, we can close them too." Google's Gemini AI has surged to 350 million global users, boosted by integration with Samsung devices and core Google apps. Despite impressive growth, it continues to trail behind OpenAI's ChatGPT and Meta AI in user base and engagement. In Srinagar, political parties set aside differences in a rare show of unity after the Pahalgam terror attack. Leaders unanimously condemned the violence and pledged support to the victims' families. They urged the centre to ensure safety of Kashmiri students across India. Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif called a high-level National Security Committee meeting. This comes in response to India's 5-point action post-Pahalgam terror attack. A tempo and eco vehicle collided near Reasi on the Katra-Reasi road. 5 people, including the driver, were injured and rushed to hospital. The accident occurred as vehicles returned from Yatra. A devastating fire broke out in Lucknow's LDA colony, destroying around 40 huts. Fire tenders rushed from multiple stations and managed to control the flames. No casualties were reported, but major property and belongings were lost. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah read out a unanimous resolution condemning the Pahalgam terror attack. The statement saluted martyr Syed Ali Hussain Shah and urged protection for Kashmiris nationwide. Nasir Khayami, president of the Kashmiri Students Association, speaks about the over 1,000 threat calls which have surfaced as social media fuels intimidation against Kashmiri students and workers across India. He urges Kashmiris to not retaliate as it will only add fuel to the fire. Aether Energy is set to launch a 3,000 crore IPO soon, marking a major move in India's evolving EV landscape. The IPO comes as traditional giants like Bajaj and TVS tighten their hold on the electric two-wheeler market. With EVs still a niche, competition is heating up. Coimbator's Ganga Hospital has become the first hospital globally to be recognized as a center of excellence for trauma surgery, arthroscopy and arthroplasty. Johnson & Johnson MedTech will now send over 100 global surgeons annually for training education. Indian-American organizations across the US have condemned the Pahalgam terror attack that killed 28 civilians, including tourists. Candlelight vigils and policy briefings are being held to honor victims and demand accountability. King Abdullah II of Jordan called PM Modi to strongly denounce the Pahalgam terror attack, stating there can be no justification for terrorism. Arab nations, including Saudi Arabia, UAE and Kuwait, echoed solidarity and condemned the violence. The Delhi High Court has reserved its order on Jacqueline Fernandez's petition challenging the ED's money laundering case against her. Her counsel argued she's being unfairly targeted for receiving gifts from Sukesh Chandrasekhar. The ED insists she was aware of his criminal background and continued accepting benefits. Ukrainian President Zelensky arrived in South Africa for his first state visit, aiming to strengthen ties and discuss peace efforts with President Ramaphosa. His visit comes amid ongoing Russian missile attacks on Kyiv and renewed criticism from US President Trump. Delhi CM Rekha Gupta chaired a high-level meeting with PWD officials to review pre-monsoon preparations focusing on waterlogging and road repair. With above normal rainfall predicted, the Delhi government is ramping up efforts to prevent seasonal chaos. Delhi's Patiala House Court has rejected Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed's bail plea in the AQIS Jharkhand training module case. The court emphasized that while prosecution sanction under UAPA is awaited, the investigation was completed and the charge sheet filed. Dr. Ishtiaq, accused of leading a terror module, remains in judicial custody. India has shut the Atari ICP, halting regular border ceremonies. Punjab police confirmed 28 Pakistani nationals returned home while 105 Indians crossed into India. The BSF has scaled down the ceremonial display, including suspending the handshake during the retreat ceremony. BJP leader Agnimitra Paul calls for a surgical strike on Pakistan in retaliation for the deadly Pahalgam attack. Paul urges PM Modi to target Pakistan's military, particularly General Asim Munir, for their involvement in cross-border terrorism. Microsoft's 2025 Work Trend Index reveals an increasing trend of hybrid human-AI agent teams in the workplace. These intelligent tools are reshaping industries by planning, acting, and learning alongside human employees. The Indian Air Force is executing Exercise Akraman, a large-scale aerial operation led by Rafale and Su-30 fighters across central India. Top pilots and advanced weaponry like Meteor missiles are part of this strategic show of strength.